today I'm making a cross member, and eventually I might make a more custom one, but right now I just want to use this. It's just standard U-channel stuff. It's very strong. I'll shape it and make it look good. Eventually I'm going to make a full skid plate. Right now I just need to get it stable. So I need the overall width to be 33 and a half. So I'll cut this. Up with one hand. I'm not really back to 100%, but I'm doing pretty darn good, man. All right. Come on. Shaped. I believe my measurement is 31 and a half. So normally I make these with my plas table. I cut out all complicated pieces and really make it styling. But I don't think it's necessary this time. I really don't. And maybe I can down the road, but this will be worth it doing it this way too. Okay, so there's the quick cross member. We'll see how that works. It actually looks pretty nice. I might have to do some custom stuff on the other side for the drive shaft. Right now it looks like it's going to clear. Don't need a lot of room. And of course this is bigger than the CV itself, the 1310 CV. I have about a half an inch of clearance underneath of a CV, so we'll see how it works. If I have to, I'll do a little notching here, but for right now I just needed it stable, and that works. Oh, and I got the MDL hydraulic slave cylinder installed. I don't have it set yet or anything, but it's about perfect. I think that's about all you need as far as movement forward. And I had to take this off again. Shaggy came over last night. We took this all off again and put a different clutch fork on it. I had the wrong one. So So that'll be good, and I got plenty of room. This rotates. I can rotate this around. There's a straight fitting and this 90 here. I'm not sure which one I'll use, but I can run it up like this, then straight up to the master cylinder, and the exhaust will come this way. I think that's how I'm going to end up doing it. But when you bleed it, you have to have it like this. Bleed it out the top of this, and then once you're done bleeding, you can rotate it and tighten the bolts. So that's pretty neat. Really excited about that. Get rid of that pivot system. There's a name for that, and I forget what it is. Maybe you guys remember. Okay. Progress. So I'm super excited to share that I got my Plas table back. My CNC Plas table. I have had this thing I ran it almost every day for 8 years. And man, what a machine. I mean, it's only 30 by 30 or so. And I usually get pieces sheared, pre-sheared 20 by 20. That's really kind of the maximum on I think it's 24 by 24 technically, but they work so good. That way I don't have to deal with big 4x8 sheets of sheet metal, and man, that stuff gets heavy when you're dealing with this, and I don't want a big table. I've never needed it. I have made thousands of products, thousands of brackets and tabs and motor mounts and cross members and dash plates, and unbelievable. I mean, full 4-link, 3-link suspension kits, all the brackets, and it's just a beautiful machine. I love it. I'm glad to have it back. Thank you, Ben. My next project is to build some linkage to an arm that I'm going to bolt to here and probably here, and it'll come over here, and my shifter arm will come up through the floor right there. So I'll design this complete bracket that bolts right on here, and all the linkage and everything, and I'll show you that as we go. Okay, so now I'm going to design the bracket for my transfer case linkage, and then I'll translate all my measurements into the computer and draw them and then cut them out on the CNC. It's going to be great. Okay, so that is 4.5. Okay, so what we got here is 4 and 5/16. 4 and 5/16. So it's going to look something like this when it's drawn in the computer. So it's going to go here, here. It's going to come up like this, and it's going to go out this way to this one. I'm not drawing it very good, but you get the point. And then on this edge, and this one might actually go a little further out and just go straight up, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tabs off of this in the drawing that go this way. Those will get folded up and my tube will go through there. Those will be the main supports. So the total, and then these will get bent down, bent down, bent down. So my bracket will be like this, and that measurement is 5 and 7/16 between the two. And then I'm going to measure far over I want to go here. So then I go draw that in the computer, and then I can cut it out and bend it and see how it is. If I have to make adjustments, I will, but that's basically how I do it.
Are you out here?
Yeah.
That's the food.
Nice. Appreciate that, baby. Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this awesome breakfast that my lovely wife made for me. Look at that. I love it.
But you loved it.
So I only need about 1.5 inches from the center of these. Which is exactly what that is right there. And then what I can do is take these, trim, trim. So there's the funky plate right there. You can see that. So there you go. Now I can see how it's going to cut it. See that? That's pretty neat. I always love that part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill up the plasma table with water and get it ready to go here, because I'm ready to cut my first piece. And I might have to modify this, you know, and sometimes I put relief cuts and fancy little triangles and circles and stuff like that in there. But for right now, I'm just going to do it like this and see how it works out. You don't want to go through all that if you have to modify it too much. So we'll see how accurate I am on my first try here. I was off twice, had to make some adjustments. I'm a little rusty, but this is the third one. I'm going to bend it up and we'll see if it fits. Slides on right there on these studs. And then it should drop down. Hey. Hey, that's going to be right on the money. Look at that. That's cool. And then this piece is my pivot. See, I have that rod inside of there, so this will actually work as a hinge. This piece goes in here like that, and one arm will come off of here and one arm will come here, and my shifter rod will go right into that, and this will come down to the shift linkage here. It's a little higher than I want it to be, but it has to be because if this is too low, if this part's too low, the shifter has to move too far through the floor. But I think this is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna bolt it in there. Okay, it bolted right in. I didn't put the nuts on this side yet, but I don't need to, but all the bolts went right in. And it's just exactly as I thought it would be. Now I can, this will get welded around here and here, and then the little rod inside, these will get cut off and the rod will stick out. And the arm will go right on that. I love it. That turned out great. Next, I'll cut this off where I want it so it just sticks out, you know, like that far on both sides. And the rod will stick through. And I'll make two arms. This one will come up and bend this way, and there'll be a captured nut where the shifter will screw right down into it like a stock Ford Highboy. And this side will be, I'll just show you because it's kind of easier this way. It'll stick out like that, and the shifter arm will weld to this, and it'll just pivot like that. And the linkage will come down there. Yeah. Well, she's got so much snow stuck to her she can't walk anymore.
She come to a standstill.
Poor little mittens.
This was solid. A minute ago from one leg to the other was just attached like that.
Look at her.
Oh man, this is what's bad about having a doodle with any length of hair at all.
Yeah, get that all off her.
The guy gave us no suit. Poor little thing. Oh god. Her hind legs, oh, for some reason is cracking me up.
Oh man, she's a mess.
You're a disaster, girl.
It is, in all its glory, that is an original Ford 67 to 72 Ford spare tire mount. This one's kind of been messed with a little bit, but I can clean it all up. This gets, the old hand doesn't work too good right now. So there's that. And whoever owned it before welded these little funky pieces on here. I'm going to take those off, clean it all up, media blast it, and make it new again. And they also welded in this little piece that's supposed to slide up and down depending on what size of tire you have. It's kind of dumb doing that, so I'm gonna have to clean that out and get that moving again. But wow, I'm happy to have that piece. That's a great vintage piece. It'll look great in my truck. Okay, so we're off on another adventure. Ben and I, we're going to get what?
So we're going to get a 1983 Chevy pickup crew cab long box, single wheel, 2-wheel drive. And we're going to take this truck, and I have a 1981 Chevy dually that was my grandpa's truck, that a tree fell on the cab. And so we're going to take this crew cab long box and we're going to turn it into a 4-wheel drive long box dually.
Sweet.
Do a crazy lift or do some fun stuff with it. We've got a 8.1 Vortec and a 4L80E
Already
transmission that I have to go in it. I don't have that.
Yeah, that's
yet.
right. Yeah.
So, and then we're going to do a 205 transfer case, and should be a fun truck.
Yeah. What size tires are you thinking?
I'm thinking at least 35s. I'd like to go 37s, but I got to figure out the lift and all that stuff with the dually and the wheels and all that stuff and how all that's going to work.
Yeah,
still,
it can get tricky, I've seen.
Yeah.
So a little bit more on the story about your grandpa's truck. So this is kind of interesting how this happened, huh?
Yeah, so I'd found this truck many, many years ago on Craigslist over in, like, basically the Oregon coast. So I called on it, bought the truck, let it sit there for a while, kind of meant to go get it and then just kind of ran out of time. And then the guy calls me one day and said, hey man, a tree fell on this truck. So I was like, crap. So I jumped in the truck, went and got it. And I had another truck that somebody had given me that I was going to take the body and just switch the body over and just keep it like it was. But then time passes and life happens, and so I ended up kind of missing out on that truck. That truck's now gone, so I started looking for other trucks and stuff, and then found this one, so decided to go this route. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy. When I found this truck, you know, it's like I asked him, you know, what did he know who owned it originally? And he goes, yeah, he goes, I've got the original title from the people when they paid it off back in 1981. He goes, I even have the sales slip and stuff. And he reads me the name, and I'm like, how's that even possible? It's like Theodore Walker was my grandpa. So it's kind of a crazy thing that even run into this truck.
Yeah.
So
it ended up being his old truck.
yep. So it looked like he had it, some kind of a gold mine. It had some kind of a rack on top, and the story I got was it was used to get into a gold mine back and forth in Klamath Falls, Oregon.
Wow, what a long distance story, right? I mean, that's amazing to actually find the same truck.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And so it's kind of interesting too. That's an 81. That's the year I was born. So, you know, kind of just a lot of, you know, kind of weird history in this truck. And, you know, kind of one of my favorite body styles is that square body, that 81 to 87 or 88, whenever they stopped building them. But
Yeah.
so, yeah, no, this will be a fun truck.
Yeah, that'll be neat. And then you've got, between the two trucks, you got a lot of spare parts and things you can use for
Exactly.
windows if you need something.
Yeah, and this truck that we're going to look at, it's got a little bit of surface rust and stuff on it. I haven't crawled underneath it yet, just because when I went and got it, it was raining and mud puddles everywhere and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so I'd be curious to see how clean this truck is. It's got a few dents in it. Somebody put an exhaust stack through the bed of the truck, which is fine. I could cut all the patch panel in there, but
Yeah.
it is a diesel, which is fine. I don't really care because I wasn't planning on keeping the factory engine anyway. But supposedly it runs and drives.
Those were those old, like, Oldsmobile D-Tune 350 diesels.
Right.
My dad had one of those. That thing had no power.
Yeah, they've got no power, but I had an 84 Chevy that I just sold that thing would get 25 miles to the gallon. You
Really?
know, it was a good looking truck, but yeah, they can't pull their shadow up a hill.
I know he got stuck just like against a little twig one time in the yard. He's going trying to get over it. It wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they're just problematic. I mean, you don't rebuild them, you pull them out and throw them away. They're like a Jeep Dana 38 front axle. If they
Yeah.
breaks, it's time to replace the whole thing. So,
Well, this will be cool. So this is over in Emmett,
yep, this is in Emmett at a rock quarry.
Idaho.
Yep.
Okay. At
This
a
guy-
rock quarry, yeah.
Yeah, and this guy bought it out of Oregon, so which is kind of an interesting story how he ended up with it. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay, and he'll be there.
yep,
Right on.
yep.
And there she is. So you'll take this cab and then put your dually bed on it.
Well, I'm just gonna graft the dually fenders onto this bed.
Oh, onto this bed.
Yep. I'm gonna use this whole body,
Okay.
this frame and everything, and then take all my four-wheel drive stuff and put it on this frame.
Oh, that's fancy.
Right.
Got your
They
dryer
even
vent
welded
there.
it to the bed.
Oh yeah.
That's custom.
Got your handy dandy fifth wheel there. So what's this 14 bolt in here, right?
Should be probably.
Oh God. Yep. Good. 14 bolt. Yeah, the body's nice on it though, man.
It's really not bad.
No. You know, a couple things here and there, but how's your tailgate?
My tailgate's good that I have.
Oh, good. It's better than this one. No, it's very cool, man. You know, they always look kind of scary But this is how it goes. This is how you start this stuff. This is going to be a sweet truck. If I know Ben, it's going to be a nice truck. Let's see what's in there. Oh yeah. Hey, it's got Hydro Boost.
Yep.
I love Hydro Boost. I want Hydro Boost on mine.
My other cab's got Hydro Boost in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to put that on mine. It's superior braking over everything. Yeah, so that motor's gone. The key was on.
Right.
Yeah, having that is nice. Your other one isn't?
It's an AC cab too, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, my other truck's Silverado.
Oh. Which one's better, you think?
Well, this one's in better shape right now. The other one's kind of crushed.
I thought when you told me before that it hit the cab, but it just hit the bed, huh?
It hit the cab.
Oh, it did? I didn't notice it.
Yeah, no one pictures and stuff. The whole driver's side door is crushed in. Yeah.
I guess I didn't look good enough. So the last time we took this trailer to get my rig, we put about a 400,000 pound camper on the back that was so heavy that we couldn't get the trailer to go back down before it rolled off the end of it. That took some work, huh?
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
That was a total pain in the ass.
But we got it.
We got it. Yep, my dad had this exact same setup. He loved that truck though. He always had a square body.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite body styles. Girl's really not in horrible shape.
No, it isn't. I was just looking at that. It's not broken, is it?
No.
Yeah, buddy. Well, it was in the back, and we got it fired up, and then I put it in drive, and it didn't move, and I'm like, oh my God, is there something wrong with the transmission? And then I get out and look at the back, and the tires are just buried. And I was like, I didn't even move. So we ended up having to pull it all the way from the back, all the way up here.
Oh.
There's somebody back there. Oh, probably better flip this thing on.
Ready?
Okay, we'll give the battery just a second.
Okay.
See if so the glow plug will not come on, yeah. That's a clean old truck though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Uh-uh.
Ben will make it nice.
Yes. All right, ready? Yep. All right, now we'll give it another second. I might have to just turn over a little faster.
Gonna give it the double whammy here and see what happens.
I'm getting 13 volts over here now, so.
That's like putting a turbo on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she definitely fired it first.
Try it again, Ben. Nice.
Actually runs solid. It just needs that installation straightened out.
Yeah.
The transmission's just super smooth too. It's nice.
Whoa.
And
Try number one, fail. He's gonna get the skid steer. And hold that down. Back up about a foot and then go. You got lots of room. Almost. You had it. You had it. Okay, whoa. That's good. It's good.